was an entertainer. He had his own club over there. We went to his club that night. He showed us such a good time. And at the airport, we taking these fish. Debbie, those were the prettiest fish, and they were so big. And I snapped, but I didn't think it was going to come out. It came out beautiful. And I had a little small camera, too.
Are we going? Is it going? Is it on?
Yeah, you know what? I think I have a light that I'm gonna put on the camera. It's bright, but it'll do the trick.
Well, you want another light, Steven? Debbie, this girl is from Washington, and that's that. He was the only
Yeah, I
white.
remember.
Well,
This
let's see
is
what
the
this
only
looks
white
like.
guy was in our group, and he just fell in love with all of us. And we had the best time with him. There's the ceiling light right here.
Now it picks up everything we're saying.
Oh.
No, it doesn't.
No. Well, what about this light?
Yeah, let's give it a shot.
This is all how
It's cute.
See, the sun ain't shining.
So we're finished.
Well, now you can tell some stories.
Well, like little Patsy stories.
What kind of Patsy stories?
I don't know. I want you to tell me about when Debbie came home from the hospital.
No, what about all way before that?
Well, we gotta start somewhere.
I came to the hospital and came home with you. Had you
Did
in my-
you? I don't remember.
Yeah, and honey, I didn't. Oh, I hated you. I couldn't stand to look at you. You was bald, looked like a boy, and all underneath here, you was all puffy eyed. You know how you was looking. I said, oh my God, that Miss Patsy, I can't take her. And you turned out to be my best baby. How is that getting out of sounds of our voices?
There's a microphone on top.
Oh.
See the microphone? So what about Linda? You liked Linda and then you didn't like Linda.
Well,
I loved Linda in the beginning, but Linda gave me such a fit.
No, she's gonna listen to this.
Who?
Linda's gonna see
No,
this.
she's not gonna see this. I'm not showing it to her.
Linda gave me such a hard time, and her mother such a hard time. We'd take her down to the park. We couldn't sit down and talk with nobody. Even when we had picnics, she went. Push the carriage. Go, 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 go. I said, oh, God, I can't enjoy myself. So one day, Jack, I picked her butt fine. I carried up on the bicycle pad, and I pushed her way away from me, about as far from here to the kitchen door. And she screamed, and I sat there and I read the paper. I didn't pay her no mind, I just let her scream. So a lady was coming in. She said, is that your baby up there crying? I said, yes. She said, well, you ought to be ashamed of yourself letting the baby cry like that. I said, miss, you mind your damn business.
Oh!
No, no one's gonna see this except us.
I said, you just mind your business. I said, because I know what I'm doing. And the baby's dry, she's not hungry. And you just go ahead and leave me alone. She goes down in the playground, Debbie, and tells Joan and Penny and all of them down there. It's a colored girl, it's a black girl sitting up there, and she's reading and smoking, and the baby's up there just screaming, and they all looked at each other, but they knew it was me. They didn't say a word. So when Linda stopped crying, I went up to the carriage. She's going, I said, are you finished crying now? I said, are you finished crying? I said, now, aren't you ashamed of yourself? I said, now, let me see if you're wet.
How old was she?
She's just about a year old, not quite a year, about 9 months old. Or maybe 10 months old. But anyway, I felt that she was dry. I sat up in the carriage, and I always carried it there, washcloth. I wiped her face and her hands, and I brought her down. She sat up there, and I sat.
And should she ever do it again?
No. And then I said, you ready to ride? And she kind of smiled. And I went down in the park, and I sat down. When Joan and them saw me coming down, they started laughing. So I went, so she called, come on over here, Mary's a seat for you. I went over there. She said, was you up on the bicycle path? I said, yes, I was. So she says, we heard about it. I said, I know it. I said, I started to cuss out, but I did say something to her. So she said, I told her we knew who it was. And so I went home at 5 o'clock. I had Linda home to give her her bath, put on a nightgown, put her to bed. I didn't say nothing to your mother. And I put her to bed. And I went on home. Now this was on a Tuesday. No, it was on a Wednesday. Your mother had her on a Saturday and Sunday. That's the only time your mother had you all, because I had to the rest of the week. Saturday, Patsy said, oh Lord, here I go. I got to be walking my legs up. She went down in the park, and Joan and Penny and all of them were sitting around there. And they called, Pat, come on. Pat said, you know, I can't sit down. I got to keep walking till she falls asleep. They said, come on over here. So your mother wheeled on over there, and they said, sit down. Pat sit down, and Linda sit up in the couch and cooed and pulling on the tree limbs, and some of the tree limbs was down kind of low. She was playing with them tree limbs, and she was just a coon. So that night your mother called me. She said, you stinker. How come you didn't tell me what happened? I said, what you talking about, Miss Patsy? You know what, the other one down below, Jack. No, in the side, no, here. On the side, up, no, right.
I'm...
So, anyway, so your mother, I said, well, what happened? She said, you didn't tell me what happened. She said, but I found out. I said, but how did it go? She said, Mary Jo made me come in and sit down, and I sit down. And said she was the best little old thing. I said, well, did they tell you what about the lady? She said, I'm just waiting to see her and tell her. If I ever see her, I'm going to tell her to mind her business, because you've been with me too long and you wouldn't do nothing to hurt my child, and you know what you was doing. So I saw her twice after that, and she snarled her nose at me. When she saw me come in the park, she got up because she figured I was going to go around and sit where the rest of the women were sitting with their children, because they was all Miss Patsy's friends, and I'd go and sit with her, so the babies could play in the sandbox. So one day your Pop came down. It was on a Sunday. Your mother had the Upwards down with a show that Sunday, and I went down and stayed with Linda. She cried, and she cried, and I walked, my leg was so tired. And I looked up, here come Mr. Weinberg coming down the hill. And he said, I said, what you doing now? He said, I've come down here to give you a hand. He said, come on and sit down. I said, Mr. Weinberg, I can't sit down with this child. She ain't gonna let me sit still. He said, you sit down. We sit down. Oh, she started to scream. See, when Linda would cry, she'd scream, bloody murder. Ooh, her voice was so loud. And then she'd shake, you know. And Mr. Weinberg just got up. He said, you sit right here, Mary. He wheeled her all around the park, and he came back and he sat down. She started all over again. He said, you know what you should do? You should spank her as well. I said, no, I'd never hit her, Mr. Weinberg. Well, I'll give you permission to hit her. I said, no, 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 no. But that next week I fixed her. I carried her down that broad path. And after that, I didn't have no more trouble with her. Miss Patsy didn't have no more trouble with her. And everywhere I wanted to go, she was willing to go. But she was so bad. And Jack, when we go to wash her hair, oh
This
my
is Linda
God.
we're talking about.
Ooh, honey, she would scream. One day, I brought her from the park, and it was hot. And she was all perspired, you know, from running and playing. And I had her in the bathroom. Not the apartment, you know, it was another apartment that when we moved from 91st Street down to where we are now, it was over on the other side. See, she was big enough that she could stand up on a tall stool. I put her on this tall stool and then put her head over the wash basin for me to wash her hair. She screamed so, your mother came in there, and Patsy said, Mary, let me do it. Maybe I can handle it. Patsy got so exhausted, she gave her back to me. When I got through with her, I was soaking wet and water all over the floor. So the next day, when I brought her from the park, we went and carried her and put her on the bed, on the sink tub. you know, the drain board.
Right.
We pad it with towels and put on a little head sling. Lord, what did we do that? Patsy gave her backside such a wham. I said, don't you dare to hit her no more. So, honey, she kind of frightened me. She hit her so quick, you know. But that didn't stop her from crying. And then one day your mother brought her down to Stella's, and I started working for Stella. Your mother was going to play mahjong. And she brought her down to me. I think it must have been around 1 o'clock, or 12 or 12:30. So Patsy left, and so she said, all right, goodbye. I see you kids at the house. I said, okay. I said, it was a beautiful day that day. I said, we're going to the park from here. And I said, if you got any, what you got in the carrot? She said, there's enough in there for her. So don't you know, when Patsy went down, Linda started screaming, and I'm talking to her. And I said, Linda, why are you crying like that, sweetheart? I said, you know I'm good to you. And I said, now you're not going to be a bad girl. Oh, I was in there just talking to her. But your mother came back upstairs. She could hear all the way down in the lobby screaming. She come back upstairs, and she rang the bell and opened the doors past her. She didn't say a word, and she just ran and grabbed her by her hand and carried her in the bedroom, and honey, she pulled her little pants down and she wore her backsides out. Then Patsy said, Mary, I'll see you later. Patsy carried on home, and when I got up there, Miss Patsy was so mad. She had done put her in her bed, and Miss Patsy was in the room, curled up in a chair, you know, as she sits like this, and reading the book. And I said, is she asleep? She said, I don't know what she. I said, well, I'm going to take her part. You ain't going to take her nowhere. She's going to stay home for the rest of the day. I said, don't be that mean. And so I said, well, you can go on out now. She wouldn't go because she's scared I was going to slip and go to the park, which I wouldn't take me. But Patsy wouldn't go out the house, made me stay there. So then another day, Patsy spanked her, and I said, don't you hit her another time. If you do, I'll hit you. And I meant it. I said, don't you never hit her again. If you do, I'll hit you. So Patsy got so mad, she went out, blammed the door with her. But honey, we had to break, honey, I hope and pray to God she'll have a child.
Patsy never hit me.
No, because we didn't have no cause, because you was a good baby.
We're hoping.
She was a good baby. She was a good baby. We didn't have any trouble with her at all. Only one day I carried her down to the, what they call the river basin. She wanted to go down there. We went down there.
Wait, who's she? Debbie?
Yeah, she wanted to go down there. Well, she's a good-sized baby. She's walking. And we sat down where the water streams down on rocks. And she wanted to go in the water. And I said, Debbie, you can't go in the water. The rocks is too slippery. And I was afraid. And I was sitting there, and she was there playing right in the back of me. And when I heard something scream, I looked. She then went in the water and slipped and scarred all the side of his face. Oh, Jack, you talking about somebody was frightened. I was scared to death. And I looked, her face was all bloody, just bleeding. It was just, you know how you scrape your hand on stones or something like when you fall? I see it was some big rocks, and then there's small rocks, and she fell down on the small. And I know her face was going to be ruined forever. I carried her home. I said, I didn't know what to tell Patsy. I said, Miss Patsy, I said, Debbie fell. And I said, I begged her not to go in the water. She went in anyway. She said, well, it wasn't your fault. Every time I got Debbie home, her face was out like this, swollen so. Lord, I was so scared. So I came home and I called back and I said, is she all right? She said, she'll be all right, Mary, it's just a scrape. Honey, that next day I went down there and I massaged her face with some kind of a cream that Dr. Levine gave, and we massaged it. And then I put a soft bandage over it, and I carried it to the park, and everybody, I didn't go back down that place. They said, what happened to your baby? I said, she wouldn't listen to me, and she fell, and that's what...
I was a klutz.
Oh, honey.
Then, as I am now.
So, but after
What
that,
about the time I ran across the
and there
street?
she ran across the street, but I didn't spank you that time.
Yes, you did. When I went,
Did I spank you that time?
that's the only time I ever did anything bad.
Yeah, because Linda went across the street twice. And
I
honey,
ran
Mr.
across the street
Weinberg
at
was so
Woolworths.
mad with me.
At the 5 and 10 cent
Yeah,
store, you hit
your
me.
father, your grandfather was so mad with me because I didn't spank her that day. She went across the running the street. I said, no, Mr. Weinberg. He said, Mary, you taking care of her. You're responsible. I'm giving you permission to hit her. So the next time
Me?
Linda, the next time she went on the street, I tore her up and I didn't have no more trouble. But you only went that one time, but Debbie, you was a good baby. I never had no trouble with you. If I put you in the carriage and tell you sit, you sit there. Then when I
I
take
was
you out
dumb.
and no, you wasn't dumb. And then when I let you out, you'd run around. But you see, there was a couple little girls down there in the park had some little boys. Those boys were so rough. And they always liked to throw sand in children's face, and I was so scared they were going to throw sand in your eyes. And I said, sit. And you sit in the carriage, and I said, all right, you can get out, you go and play. But Linda, when she'd run like this.
Yeah, we were watching her the
Hey.
other night on, we were watching her one night on video.
Yeah, and you can see how she's running.
Yeah.
Oh, she run the funniest of any child I ever saw in my life. And up in Houston,
Justin's?
yeah, when your mother, when Nana died, I came up and I stayed with you and Linda then. But I didn't have no trouble with y'all. Y'all was very, but Linda didn't want to go to bed when I told her to go to bed. But I didn't have no other trouble. And then before you was born, what was that place? Was it Deer Hill?
No, it was Schuston's, but I was a baby there too, and then we went to
Ye-
Deer Kill.
Yeah. Was it Houston first? I thought it was Deer Hill. Well, anyway, when we went up Susie was up there then. And I stayed overnight. I was up there, I think it was for the weekend. And that's when Susie and Robert, was it?
Yeah, they were up in Deer Kill.
Yeah. Was Richard born then? I don't think Richard was born then. Maybe he was.
When we were in Deer Kill, yeah.
Yeah, well, maybe he was. Yes, he was. And I was over there, and Robert came in, and Robert had a mean, he had a bad day at his job, and he was taking it out on everybody. So, but we didn't pay him no mind. What are you crying for?
That's Tina.
No, you know what?
Come here,
She's
Tina.
examining all this apparatus. Look, she got to go and see what's going on. She's dying to get over there, and when she likes to go and sit up in the window, look out in the street at the children playing.
You never scared she's gonna jump out or?
No, she wouldn't jump out. And you know, Jack, I had flowers in the window ever since I've had her. She'd jump up in there and she'd squeeze between the plants and sit there and look out the window, and I'm sitting here with my heart in my mouth. Knowing she's gonna knock my plants over and break them. She'd just ease out and then she'd jump right down. But she's never upset any of my plants. She's been a good cat ever since I had her.
How long
So-
have you had it?
Ever since she was a little baby. I think she's about, I think Tina's about 9 or 10 years old now.
Really?
I didn't get a chance to brush her this morning. I brush her every morning. And if I don't brush her in the morning, I used to brush her at night. But Jack, your parents is very, very nice. They all nice except you. You were so bad. Your sister's very sweet. She's so tiny and dainty. But I told her, I said, you are so sweet, but your brother is so bad. She looked at me and just laughed.
Well,
see.
she knows.
She knows you, baby. She knows. Yes.
Now, what about all your dolls and everything?
Oh, let me see. You know that doll over there?
The big one?
You know where that come from?
Where?
That was your doll.
My doll?
Yeah. And this one here,
Be careful.
this was Laney's doll. No, this was Laney's doll. This was your doll with the gray hair. And you cut it and messed it all up. And this was Lorraine and Jean's doll. This tall doll here. And you know these two here. You do so know 'em. Caddy?
Oh,
Yeah. You know those dolls. And Let me see. Oh, this dog here. What was his name? What was it? What was this handyman's name was there within our building?
Tito?
Yeah, Tito. He had it down there in the laundry. I went down in the laundry for something. No, I went down there to get him, and he was in the room. I said, Tito, what you doing that dog laying up there? He said, why you want
Which,
that?
the big one?
Yeah, I said, Lorraine gave me the Indian
That's
dog.
cool.
And she was up in the mountains. She got it, brought it to him. And he said, you want? He gave it to him, and I brought it home and I dressed him.
Mhm.
And let me see. I got another dog. I think that one down there on the floor is your dog.
Really?
I got all y'all's dogs. And I got so many put away. I ain't got no room for them all. You know, I just see y'all didn't want them, but you just that one with the gray hair. You took the pair of scissors one day
Did
and
I?
you chopped her hair off. I want you to see how you chopped her hair off. Move the little one and bring it here. I just want to show you how you
I can see.
take a cap off.
I don't want to mess
Oh, you ain't gonna mess it up. You just chopped it. Bring her out. Let me show you how you chopped that poor dog's hair. Oh, I was so angry with you. You was in there on the bed. See how you chopped her hair all off? You just chopped it. Now I got
It's a
some.
good haircut.
Yeah, but you know what? It's short, but you know what? I got some curlers.
Oh.
And I curl it in order, and I keep this hat on to keep it down. I love my babies. I'm crazy about my dogs. And I don't let anybody come in with children. I don't let them handle my dog. Take that, Debbie, hold the baby and let Jack take your picture with it.
I just got her.
Oh, you did?
I want to hear how you first got connected with Patsy. When did you first meet them?
No, you know when I got in contact with them? I was working at the, what's the name of that hotel across from Stelly? Oh, yes. Huh? No. What
Across
was
the
it?
street.
Across the street.
Across the street there, that hotel there, what was it, AE?
The Ansonia?
No, the Ansonia's on this side, but this was right across from Miss Weinberg's. Right on 76th Street on that corner.
I forgot what the name
I
was.
forgot. Well, I was working there. That's where women had, they had a club there. And,
Wait, what year is this? Are we talking?
don't ask me, Jack. I'm too old to remember all of that.
Well, it was,
But anyway, it was
like
before,
36,
well,
37
whenever,
years ago.
huh?
36 or 37 years
It's
ago.
about 37 years ago. Well, I was working over there in that club.
Doing what?
Where the ladies and men gather. I was a waitress.
Cards.
over there. I was a waitress over there.
They played cards.
They play cards. Hello? All right, who is this? Oh, Lord, no, you're not the dummy, darling. Oh, you calling the dummy. Well, the dummy is speaking.
Okay. Mary wants to know if you want to come have fried chicken and potato salad with us. Okay. Is Mommy there? Okay. Okay. Alrighty. Okay.
Tell
Yeah.
them I'm not going to let nothing happen to you all.
She's not gonna let anything happen to us. Okay. Bye-bye. Great. Yeah, just one pussycat. Very sweet one. Okay. Bye, Dad. What? Steven? He's busy videotaping. Mhm. Okay.
Working over there at this club, and your grandmother used to come over there and play canasta, and Nana did too. And I always waited on them. I don't know, I just seemed like I just fell in love with Miss Weinberg and Miss
Mary?
no, you ain't Nero didn't play. Oh, they both of them, Miss Oh God, I can't remember those people's names. They were such people. Miss Pearl, Spiro, and her sister, and who else was there? A couple more ladies. All played at the same table. They played together. And I always taking care of them, you know, serving coffee or whatever they wanted. And Miss Weinberg asked me one day, would I like to work for her? And I told her, I might. I consider it, you know. I didn't know what to say. Because I was working for Miss, it's just terrible. I'm gone completely. What was the lady's name? You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I can't think of her name.
Well, anyhow, Reba, and her, the other one. And they was all, they had this club, you know. And I was working for their, what's it called, his mother. And so I said, I don't mind because Miss Posner, she was getting senile, and I went there one day, and when I rang the bell and she opened the door, give me my money. Miss Sana. I said, what money, Miss Sana? I don't have no money. You took my money. You give me my money. I said, I don't have your money. You stole my money. I said, well, where was your money? I had it way up on the top shelf in a dish. And you got my money and I want it. Well, she was so nasty, I just backed out the door. Went right on over to the club, Miss Mildred. Mildred was her name. And Miss Mildred, so she said, what's the matter, Mary? I said, Miss Mildred, your mother's accusing me of taking some money from her. And I said, God knows I haven't taken anything from her. And she said she had it way up on top of the shelf in the kitchen on top of the dish closet shelf. She said, Mary, your mother didn't have no money up there. How could she get way up there to get any money? She said, don't pay it no mind. Forget about it. I said, well, I'm not coming back. I refuse to work anymore. I said, because anytime you accuse me of taking something and I know I'm not guilty, I will not work. So I quit Miss Simon. So anyway, I saw your mother that night. I went to the club that evening. I worked at nights, and I'd always go there about 6 o'clock. So I said, Miss Weinberg, I'll be able to work for you. She said, oh, you will? And she said, I said, yeah. Well, you see, she had this other girl that had been with her. She raised Susan. And she was getting to be terrible. Miss Weinberg couldn't bother with her. Her and Nana couldn't get along. They fought all the time. So she let her go. So in the meantime, I started working. No, I'm ahead of my story. She said, well, Mary, she said, well, Patsy's getting married. Would you like to work for Pat? And I said, well, I don't know. I can give her a day. And she said, if it could be in the morning or in the afternoon. I said, that's making a difference to me. She said, well, I'll tell Pat. So Pat called me. And she's living at 91st Street there in Amsterdam Avenue. So I went there and started working. Next thing I know, she was pregnant. Then here come Linda. Then when she moved, from 91st Street down to where we are now, and then you came along. And then I started working for Miss Weinberg when Linda came, because she had a white nurse there for a long time with Linda, before I'd taken over Linda. And then I started working for Miss Weinberg, and then I'd work for your grandmother in the morning, and come to your mother in the afternoon. So that's the way I worked on them till till Nana died, Pop died, and Stella died. Then I moved with your mother full time.
And Susie.
Yeah, well, I worked with Susie too. So I've been in that family, God knows how many. You have to ask your mother how many. Well, it's say how long your mother's been married.
35.
Well, anyway, it
So
must have been
37 years.
about 37 years I've been in that family. That's how long I've been with them. And I didn't never think that I would ever work that long with one family. But I said, well, they're good and they like me. I said, ain't no need to change and go into no other job. So I just stayed on there and still there. And can't hardly get there, but they still want me. And when I talk about quitting this thing here, she has a fit. She loves, oh, don't you dare. Talk about she wants me to stay here to help to raise her children. I said, oh, Lord. You have to get somebody else, so I have to introduce you to somebody else. Get Catherine. Catherine's much younger than I. Catherine would be good because she's raised children. She knows how to handle children. When's Catherine been down yours lately?
Just last week.
Yeah. She called me a couple weeks ago. And we don't talk often to each other. Because since she's moved up, when she lived up the street here, we always talk, but since she moved up there, we don't talk to each other very often.
Mary just wants some money.
You did? For what? I shouldn't ask.
I don't mind. No, I saw the fella out there this morning at the store. He said, "You want to play anything?" I said, "Give me an O." For O.
I don't understand.
Single action. You know what the numbers are? You don't know nothing about the numbers? If you put $1 on a three-way number, you get $700. And if you play, say, for O, you put $2 or $3, whatever you want on O. So I said, give me $2 on an O.
I don't know what you mean by an O.
Like-
Zero.
Oh,
Zero.
Zero. And so I give him $2. And so the okay, he brought me now $18.
You mean just for picking one number?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I got $18. Here it is.
Huh.
Come here, I'll show you, Jack. I can't get it. I don't play the whole numbers anymore. I cut it. I have better luck. See, I played 3 for $2, or 6 for $1. If this 3 comes, I'll get $18. If the 6 comes, I get $9. See what I mean? And now, like if I want to play, say 320, and put $1 on it, I'll get $700. That's the way. Stella used to play. Stella used to dream the numbers and give me the money, and I'd come to town. Miss Patsy used to play too. Yeah, me and Miss
Who
Patsy.
picks the numbers?
We pick myself. We just
Out of your head.
No, I mean the winning number.
It's the horses. Whatever they see. This was the first race it run, and that first race brought an O. The reason why I don't play every day because I can't afford it. But when I went out this morning, when it's cloudy or rainy days, it's always 0 leads. And I put $2 on a 0. So I got my money. So I said, well, I like a 3. So I played a 3 and a 6 back. Now, for the last one, I won't play no more. Now, if I don't hit on the second one, I won't play no more. No, honey, I can't see my money going like that. But I have good luck when it's cloudy weather. I can bet you dollars or 0 or even 9. And I like a double today. And I said it could come on 33 or 063. So I said, well, I play since he brought me my money. That's why I went down, because I wanted to play some more. That's why I wouldn't ask you to go down.
So what if the number came up 100 and you had bet on a 0?
I wouldn't win nothing. You ought to be the loser. You had to pick the first number that's coming out. Like
Or the first number?
the first number. Then if you want to play the second, if you want to play an O on the second number, then you play. But I do believe it's going to be a double today. Do you know my friends, you heard me talk about Ruby. They fell in the hospital and broke her hip in her arm.
Oh, you didn't tell me.
Oh yeah, it's been over a year now. She fell in her own hospital.
She fell at the hospital?
Yeah, well, she went to get her medication, and she's at the window. And as she turned to go from the window to sit down to wait for her medication, there was some wires there, and she tripped over them and broke her hip and broke her arm. Now, her hip is fine, but her hands, these 2 fingers is like this. She can't straighten them. But the others has got feelers in, but these don't have no feelers. So she's having a tough time. So Minnie, my friend, went up there yesterday. So I sent her a package of cookies and some peanut butter, which she loves. And Minnie carried us, bought her some stuff and gave her $10. And she said, Minnie, I dreamed about my nephew, and I don't know. He's trying to tell me something, but I don't know what. So she said, but he always hung here on the corner of 139th Street. She put a quart on 139, then she combination it for 60 cents. It's a 6-way number. And she put 60 cents on it. So don't you know that number comes straight yesterday to 139, and she got $200.
Wow.
For 60 60 and 25, she got $200. See, for 25, you get 150. She got $210, matter of fact. For 25, you get you get 150, and for 10-cent combination, you get 60. So she got $210 yesterday, just by a hunch from her dream. So Minnie put a quarter on, so Minnie made some money off of it too, so she got 150. So I said, well, if I'd have been uptown to her to tell her dreams, I'd have put a quarter on it. But I very seldom play the whole number. It's like when I'm home on Saturdays, I may play a trust a dollar. And but if I lose on that first one, you ain't get no more money on me on the second one. But it's fun though. It's just the same as going to Atlantic City. It's no difference. Now Minnie went to Atlantic City this morning. She's down
She
at
should have taken Jack with her.
She may end up hitchhiking back.
Honey, there was 2 bus loads went. Well, matter of fact, it was 4 buses from Harlem Hospital left. They meet there in front of Harlem Hospital. That's where they get on the bus at. So her church went. And honey, I told her, I said, I can see you down there pulling them levers. I said, if you hit the 3 sevens, I said, if you put another
Hi.
token in there, I'll kill you. She said, if I hit the 3 7, go down the boardwalk. Who is that?
Hi. How are you?
Fine, how you
Good.
You know who this is?
Don't bother.
Do you know who that is, Debbie?
Irene.
Oh, she didn't know yet. Well,
Hi,
introduce her to you.
This is Jack.
Well, Jack, how
Hi.
are you?
Good.
Now, Jack, this is my landlady. She ain't my landlady. She just lives here. Sit down. Come over here and sit down. You want to sit down over there in the chair? Sit where you're comfortable. Can I serve you a piece of
Eat
chicken and
some
some potato
cookies.
salad?
Well, no, not.
So I saw.
What you mean? No.
I saw
I
Tyra.
surprised them. You
I
know
saw
what?
Tyra. Yeah.
I surprised them. So Debbie saw what I had in the pot, but Jack didn't see it. And so, did you hear me fussing and come up here to all this apparatus here, getting all my voice, and I done said a bad word.
You said a bad word?
Yeah, he's going back and put it right on television. Now they're gonna go down there and sit down and laugh about this tonight. They're gonna have
How you
fun.
say a bad word?
What was I talking
The
about?
D word.
What was it?
Dan.
She's talking about Linda. Talking about her sister.
Yeah. Oh, that Linda was a mess.
Not when she was crying in the...
Yeah, honey, yeah. Everybody knows about her when she's crying that part, child.
How's Linda?
She's
I
fine.
haven't seen her.
No, you're lucky.
You hear him say you lucky? I'm gonna tell Linda how you talk about
It's
it.
gonna be on tape.
She's gonna hear
They're all going up to Massachusetts tomorrow. Going up to his sister's shower.
She's getting it.
When is she getting married? What?
June.
June. They're giving a big shower for tomorrow, so Patsy and Lyndon. Is Susie going?
No, just me and Mom.
Lyndon not going? No.
No.
How far up in Massachusetts?
It's not even 3 hours from here. It's near Springfield.
That's where Charlie grew.
Yeah. But he goes to
I'm trying to
Spring.
say Brewster, but I'm not sure where.
Mhm.
Brewster is a small town on Cape Cod.
No, it's not that one. There's another one. In
And there's
Massachusetts.
Worcester.
He goes straight up, right through the middle of Massachusetts to the border
The border of what?
of Massachusetts. What is it? What is it? New
It's
Hampshire.
either New
Vermont.
Hampshire or Vermont. They're both kind of.
Kind of close, but he's right in the middle, straight up to the border.
Mm.
So how's everybody else in your family?
Oh, pretty good.
She couldn't get over Tyrone. She couldn't get over Tyrone. See, when she saw Tyrone was about like
He was
this.
about 5 or 6 the last time I saw him.
And she can't believe he's 16 years of age. I told him he's getting his
Mark
drug.
was like that.
That's right. But you should see Mark now. Mark has done gotten streamed out. He's much taller.
He streamed out too.
Oh yeah. And he's a pretty child now. I met him on Broadway the other day. Somebody run up and grabbed me and hugged me and was kissing me. I looked up. I said, "Where did you come from?" I just had to come home, Mary. How you doing?
He's still into hockey? He's still...
Yeah, he
does
plays.
I meant to ask you, was he still in
He
hockey?
plays ice hockey and floor hockey in school.
No kidding. He loves it, but he gets that honors from his father. Yes, sir. You've been in the house all day?
Yeah, all day yesterday too. I took 2 days off. I'm tired of running.
How come
I
Uncle?
didn't do the money right. I should have paid something with a check. I used my cash. Now I don't have no money.
I'm glad. You know, when I give her my rent, I always say, she said, oh, I'm so glad I don't know what I didn't read the bar. I know she's lying. And I said, now, Irene, don't take this money. I'm going to the store. She's gone too. She's
I
gone.
went to the grocery store. I should have paid it by check.
Mm.
They didn't even give me $1 change.
Well, what all did you buy?
You know, I go to Backpack Mall.
She done heard
Hey,
Irene.
Bootsy, come
Now,
on
watch
over
it,
here.
watch
Come on.
it, watch it.
Come on. Don't show up because company is here. You know you want to come over. Come on, baby.
Didn't take her long to come out. She run in the room and I called her. She come up and she made friends. Now you see you showing up now, but Irene, when Debbie and Jack's gone, Irene ain't gonna let you come there and you can't go down to her room either. You look, now she's going to Jack.
Yes.
No.
All right.
Uh-huh. You're gonna catch it, child. Come here, I ain't gonna do that. You're gonna catch it. Irene gonna pick.
Oh, look at that. Isn't she fat? No, fat little thing.
Now see,
She
she's.
beat you up too. She gets next to you and take your tail and just.
Debbie, her tail is so heavy.
Yeah.
And when she hits, it hurts. And honey, she loves to get on Irene's feet and take her tail and beat her. If Irene don't pay her no mind, she'll go and lay her head on the instep. And if she not, she got a tail in the back of it, and she takes the tail and beats Irene's legs.
And sometimes,
She
One
looks
time-
like Nancy's cat.
yeah, one time, I don't know whether she do it anymore. You put music on, and she keep
Yeah, honey, she'll keep.
tired with her tail.
Mhm. Now, you know, you ignoring Irene now. You know that's a shame, Tina. You shouldn't be like that. You old sometimey thing, you.
That's all right.
Irene will fix you the next time she
But
comes.
you notice how she's sitting here so we can all
Yeah.
watch her.
Mhm.
Right. Oh, cats or something else. Yeah, some person.
But I'm surprised you like cats, Dad. Very surprised.
His parents have a
I
cat.
don't like dogs. I like cats.
She's wondering what that is.
No, she wants me to take my foot and rub her head like Irene do, and I'm not going to do it. See, Irene started with that.
3 cats in the house.
Downstairs,
Yeah, each one has their own personality.
yeah?
Each one of them.
And each
Lorraine's cat, now Adine's cat, she will not let you, but she's the cause of it. She will not let you get close to her. And if she hears me coming down the steps, she'll shoot in the bedroom. And Lorraine's cat, she wouldn't let me come near Lorraine's home. But let Lorraine go away on a vacation and know I got to take care of her. She'll eat out of my hand. And I can go in the room, come on, Sheena. She'll come meow. And I'll hold food in my hand, she'll eat. I'll hold a dish, she'll drink water. And when Lorraine comes back here, she won't let me get near. I told her I was going to kill her. I said, now what you going to do this summer when you go on? I guess I have to bring her down to you. I said, no, you don't. But her cat's pitiful. She's got such a pitiful cry, haven't you, Irene? Oh, honey, she put on. Oh, she acts like she's dying. Oh, that cat is something else, but she's a pretty cat.
And all three
Lorraine's
of
cat,
them,
Jean's cat's pretty too.
all 3 of them used to run under my bed. You know, if I left the door open, they all go into bed. And everybody's looking for their cat. They're all under. So I used to call my bedroom the cat house. Cat.
Yeah, and this thing waits upstairs on the steps. See, Irene's been staying downstairs. Now she's moved back upstairs.
If she's got the hiccups or something.
So they jump like
They jump like that. She ain't got no hiccup.
You see that her stomach?
Oh no, that's fat. That's the way she breathes. She ain't got no hiccups. She goes out here and lays and waits for Irene to come upstairs at night. And if Irene look up, Irene, what you got looking up there peeking down here on me for? You ain't coming downstairs. She gets so mad, then she'll come on back up and go in my room. But honey, she loves Irene's room. I don't know why they all loved Irene's room. Yes, sir.
I need to get some more to drink. Do you want something?
No,
You want
Irene,
something
can I
to
fix
drink?
you a plate? Piece of chicken and a little potato salad.
that trouble.
Oh, I'll do it.
Y'all ate already?
Yeah.
Because Jack was hungry, they hadn't had no lunch. That's why I told you to come up with one.
The spring is here.
Watch, let's make a deal
That's what
together.
I'm talking about. Honey, Deb and I used to, I'd stop my work and go in there and watch Let's Make a Deal with her. And it was another one that, whatever.
And all the times I was sick and you took care of me.
Yeah, made her chicken
And you
soup.
took me for pizza and we played the jukebox.
Honey, let me tell you, this child, honey, Linda acting a little driving me crazy. I was so glad that pizza parlor moved from down there. We had a pizza parlor right around the corner. Debbie said we couldn't get Linda to eat nothing else but pizza and spaghetti. So, noon we said we're going to the park. And she starved with her mother, and her mother had to give me money. And if Patsy didn't have the money, I'd take my money. To the pizza parlor go. Then I'd have to get $1 change, put quarters in the juice box. She'd sit there and eat and pat her feet. Then Debbie used to do the same thing. She'd go there and eat. She wanted to hear music. And so then when it time for me to I never had no trouble with Debbie. Debbie was willing to go whenever I said, let's go. But Linda, she wanted to stay there and play the music all afternoon. I told her I didn't have that kind of money. And I said, your mother only give me a certain amount. You got money, Mary. I said, I ain't gonna put my money in that box. Lord, I'm telling you, that Linda, she was a rough child. But Debbie, when we go to the park, and we meet in the sandbox, we let the kids play in the sandbox for a little while, then we go on the outside of the park.
On the hill.
On the hill, where there was grass and trees. And we spread out blankets, and we finally we girls got rich enough to give us a tablecloth. And we spread our blankets and things out, and we'd put our spread. We'd have fried chicken, and what all did we have there?
Everything.
And sometimes we'd make cornbread and bring down there.
Yeah, that I remember that too.
We had cornbread. Do you know, next thing we know, here come Patsy, Joan, all of the children's mother came down. Honey, they came down there and got on the bed, and they would eat a while. And then they said, goodbye, girls, and leave us. So then Patsy said, Mary, it's not fair. She said, now you take some money and buy the chicken. And what else you want to buy? I said, they wanted me to fry the chicken. I'd fry the chicken, and Patsy would put Linda to sleep for me. Then I would fry the chicken, then we'd go to the park. And here come, what was the lady's name that Ida worked for?
Oh yeah, Diane.
Diane's mother. She used to come down in the park too with us. So I said, Lord, we done started something here we can't get rid of. Then all of a sudden everybody just, I don't know how we
We
started.
had a whole bunch of people.
Oh Lord, there was a lot of girls working down there then. And we'd all pitch in, and honey, we would just have a picnic for fair. And then the children would be so full when they go home for dinner they couldn't eat.
I remember those. Those were nice times.
They'd be so full they couldn't eat no dinner. She wouldn't hardly eat.
From all the pizza.
Yeah,
And the fried chicken.
and fried chicken and all that stuff we'd have down there. And let me see.
What about all the puzzles we used to do?
Oh Lord, Debbie, Aubrey, you know the puzzle I used to have.
Yeah, I
up there.
gave you that one.
Yeah, and I haven't been, since I've been sick, I just haven't had the patience to put up the table to start with, but I'm going to put it up and start with. I said I was going to do it this weekend. I might. If tomorrow's a day's today, I'll just stay in here and put my table up. I think that table behind the door will hold that puzzle. How many pieces is that? 5,000, isn't it?
I
Is
don't
it
know. I
500?
forgot.
But anyhow, Debbie gave me a big
It's a cat puzzle.
cat puzzle. And then Debbie and I would, when I'd stay at nights with her to put her to bed, I'd let her stay up and watch television. And I said, bedtime. She didn't give me no trouble. But oh Lord, that Linda, she wouldn't want to go to bed. She was one of them old night owls.
See, every time Mom and Dad went out, Mary would stay with me. And we'd do a puzzle.
And when you was a baby, and Debbie, Linda was a baby, your mother and them, they went out every Saturday night and come home 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning. then I'd be straggling in here. Yeah, I used to come home 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning, but I didn't mind. It wasn't bad then, like it is now. Their father would come down and put me in a cab, and cab would put me out, and he'd tell me to stay there until I get inside the door. And when Ari's mother was living, she'd always wait up for me. Yeah, she'd always wait and listen to hear me come in, you know. So, but it was, those days was good old days. And what else was that you want me to tell them about?
Well, Stella used to give us money to go to Woolworths, to the 5 and 10 cent store.
Well, she gave it to you to spend, not me.
And
Nana,
Mr. Schwab.
yeah, Nana, her
Sir.
great-grandmother, she would wait for Patsy to bring her down, and she would sit out there on the bench in the middle there, and Miss Patsy would leave her. Debbie didn't want to stay with Nana somehow. She'd cry when Patsy walked away. Patsy had to bring all the way upstairs Irene to me. See, Nana used to pick at her and paint her cheeks, you know, and Debbie didn't want that. See, and Nana said, I don't understand. So she said, even Linda didn't want me to hold her. But Nana loved the children, but they wasn't used to that, you know. So then after Nana died, then Mr. Weinberg,
Wait, I'm confused. Who's Nana?
that's her great-grandmother.
Stella's mother.
That's
My
her-
mother's
That's
grandmother.
her great-grandmother.
My great-grandmother.
Okay.
Didn't you never hear her say Nana? No, that's all they ever call us, Nana. And call Stella. They never say grandmother to Stella. They always call her Stella.
That was
And
my
Pop-Pop. Pop-Pop.
Nana was my great-grandmother.
And Pop-Pop and Stella. Jack, you would have loved Mr. Weinberg. He was the nicest man you would ever want to meet. He had very few words to say. He liked to sit and listen. But he would talk. And when we'd have Seder, any kind of party, he'd come in high and merry. Just slow and unconcerned. He'll go in and get washed up. He'd come out, "Can I help you to do anything?" I said, "No, thank you." "Well, everything's under control. Has everybody been all right today with you?" I said, "Everybody's been fine. Nobody bothered me." And the last time, before he went in the hospital, I was there, I think, I don't know, it was a Thursday or it was a Wednesday or Friday. And he came out in the living room, and Stella had him up by his shoulders, for he was so weak. And she's walking behind him. And I said, "Mr. Weinberg, come on, shake a leg. Don't be doing that to me now. You shake a leg." "I wished I could, Mary." And he sit there and look at, "Well, I think I'll go and lay down." Stella and I would have him back in the room. And that Sunday, I think it was Sunday or Saturday, Patsy called and said that Daddy was in the hospital, and I didn't get to see him anymore. But Miss Weinberg, she was the one who was always on the ball. Yeah, honey, that woman, she was always lively. She was a mess. She'd come, "Mary, don't you want to go to drink?" I said, "Not now, I'll get one before I leave." And Susie, just like her mother, you know, she said to me, "Son, Mary, don't you want a little drink?" I said, "I can't take it because I'm taking medication." Oh, and Miss Weinberg, she would walk around. And you know who loved to see your grandmother drink? Susie, my Susie. Oh, Lord,
Little
Susie. Yeah, Susie would love to
This
see
isn't
Miss
mine.
Weinberg take a drink.
Aunt Susie.
So she said, "Miss Weinberg, you go ahead and drink as much as you want. Don't pay Mary no mind." I said, "Stop saying that. Mr. Weinberg don't want to have anymore." But she helped her as good though. But honey, those parties and dinners and things we used to have down there was some good times. Is your uncle, what was his name? Wasn't his name Jack? Your grandfather's brother? What was his name?
Oh.
No, I know his name just as good as well, I can't remember it. He lived in Philadelphia. You don't remember him? Oh, I guess you don't, Debbie. There's none that should remember him. That was your father's brother. And
My father's brother?
no, Pop,
Oh.
Pop's brother. and you know your father's brother. You know I know you know him. But he lived in Philadelphia.
Did he have a family?
Huh? He just him and his wife.
No kids.
No kids. And he didn't live long after your father died either. Your grandfather. And I think Miss Weinberg told me he'd been dead quite a while before she let Miss Weinberg know that he died. Yes, how mean and nasty she was. She was a little short lady. You remember Mildred Siner? You don't remember her? She was the height of Mildred Siner, and she wore her hair very short and blonde. And she used to play with Miss Weinberg and them at the club. And then they moved to Philadelphia. And then when Mr. Weinberg died, his brother came. I think she came the day of the funeral. And then when they went back, Miss Weinberg didn't hear from him anymore. And she never let Miss Weinberg know until after I think he was dead and buried.
This is her brother-in-law.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He was a nice man, a little short man. Full of himself, just as jolly as he could be. But your grandfather was tall and his brother was short. It made the difference.
Who was older?
Mr. Weinberg? No.
Well, they're both Mr. Weinberg.
Mr. Weinberg is the baby boy. He looks like your grandfather. Your grandfather looked just like like his mother. Did you ever see his mother's picture?
Yeah.
Yeah, they favored.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing his father. I just saw his mother's picture. I don't remember seeing his father's picture there in the house.
So we want to know how you came here, where you were born, and
Wait, I want
Who
to
you
wait,
married?
Oh,
no.
they want my whole doggone history of my
No,
life.
but before that, I want to hear about.
He wants all this shit to put in a book for him and his daddy's children.
Now, you knew Pop-Pops, both
I
of his
know-
parents?
I know Pop-Pop and Stanley,
No,
both
but
of her
they're-
grandmother and her
No,
grandfather.
they're their parents. Or-
No, I didn't know
well,
their
you
parents.
knew Stelly.
I know Stella's mother, but I didn't know her father. Her father died before I ever met them. Stella's father died.
Do you remember your great-grandmother?
No.
My grandmother, yes.
Yes, she can
I
remember her,
remember
but she don't know about the grandfather.
Nana, I remember.
Well, you didn't know the grandfather either.
No.
She
I just
died
know.
when I was like 4,
Mm-hmm.
but I remember her.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about the grandfather. I knew.
I mean, I remember certain things about, moments.
Mm-hmm.
It's not real clear when I was only 4.
No, I don't know anything about his parents. But
Well, Aunt Ella,
well, I knew her. His
That's his
sister.
sister.
I know her sister. His sister. That was the only sister he had, wasn't it? Lord, she used to come down Broadway and meet me with Linda. And that woman, I'm telling you, she was another one to give me a fit. I mean, you know what she would do? She'd meet me in the street. Oh, it's too hot to have the baby out here in the street. You should have her in the house. Yeah, I told Patsy, I said, Miss Ella makes me mad. I said, I can't take her. And Patsy said, don't pay her no mind, Mary. Said she's just like that. And she would come and she'd pinch Linda's face, hello, darling. And start Linda to cry, and Linda could cry too. Lord, she was something else, but she was good to your mother, though. She loved your mother to death. And she loved Susie, too, but I think Patsy was her favorite. Yeah, but she was a nice lady, just as friendly as you want to be, but she'd get, she's never had no children. She didn't know how to take care of no children. She thought one day I had Linda down on Broadway, and she didn't have no socks on. And it was warm. She wanted me to go back and get her some socks to put on. I said, Miss Ellis, too. Well, she needs a hat on her head. She'll catch a cold. I said, Miss Ellis, it ain't good. She's not going to catch no cold. Oh, I said, Lord, these people worry me to death. But I raised them, and they both are here to tell the story.
That's true.
Yes, sir. I didn't do nothing to harm you. All the harm y'all did was did it to yourself. Like when you fell, when I told you not to go on the rocks, you fell. Old Linda fell one time in the park and skinned her knee. But Irene, I've never seen a child run like Linda. She'd run the most peculiar way.
No, it was like this.
Yeah, she was like she was scoop-footed. I don't know, something. I said, I've never seen a child run like that.
So she had ballet step.
Yeah,
That's why she can do ballet today. Yes, sir.
What else do you want to know?
Let's go way back.
Oh, God. Go way back where?
When you were born, where you were born.
Oh, I was born in Newton, North Carolina, 1904, April the 15th. Now, is there anything else you want to know?
April 15th, that's coming up.
What's today?
March.
What's today's date?
They,
Oh, you
the
have it on there?
17th, March the 17th, but
I mean, old pictures of old names.
I don't know.
Yeah, you get.
I got a whole lot.
1930 something.
I want to see a picture of your husband and your family.
Where's that album?
Oh, good. I don't know. I got some in the album books. I don't know where they're at.
Oh.
Let me see.
Mary?
Where
She
they
had
at?
a nice picture. I think she was sitting next to a piano or something. You were sitting in the living room there. But it was nice.
Yes, I don't know about that picture. That must have been somebody else.
I knew Mary when I was a kid.
Really?
Oh, honey, I live next door. She and her and her brother used to play out there in the backyard. Now that goes to show you how old I am. Irene was a little girl and her brother a little boy, and she was so mean to Guy. And Guy would holler and cry, and she, I ain't done nothing, Mommy. And I said, Ruby, don't you hit Guy. I said, Irene's picking at him.
No, he was picking at me. So nobody saw that, too.
You see that girl? Don't pay
He
him
never
no
saw
money.
me,
Don't
no.
pay him no money.
But she used to have the
But you-
prettiest yard. Oh. What was the fence, white or green? 'Cause I
It was white and
white,
blue.
White and blue. No,
I
yeah.
had
So blue
my
dots.
Yeah, I had my fence painted white
And
and
the
blue.
green.
White with blue dots all around.
Never could figure out she got that grass so green. I mean, not a brown blade in that grass.
I used to
It was
love my
so
back.
pretty.
I love it. Ari's got a pretty yard, and sometimes I like to get out there, but she's got so many plants out there. I'm afraid that I might go out there and pull up the wrong thing. I'd like to go out there and pull up the wild weeds, you
Right.
know. But I got, honey, her mother had a pretty yard.
You have to come back in the summer. When
Yeah,
you
in the summertime, Ari knows it. We sit out
You
there at
can look out the
night.
back window.
We sit out
Yeah, I
there.
was when I went to the bathroom.
We sit out there at nighttime. Like,
Yeah, we park.
when did we party last time I partied out there? I had on
Labor
this
Day.
blouse.
Labor Day.
Labor Day. And honey, they said I was trying to shake my leg, and they said, ooh, look at Mary shaking her leg. I said, I'm still 16. Child, honey, we used to ball back. But I'm trying to think, what book is that I got all those pictures in there? I don't even know where the album box, where the box, I mean, the book, where I put all those things. I got about 6 big ones, stand up this high. I think they're back. Now you see who, wait a minute, you on here somewhere, Linda one.
Not me.
I don't know which one is y'all on here. And that was y'all's teacher. Oh, is this?
Hey, that's Tyron.
Oh, that's Tyrone. Now, oh, that's my friend's brother. This is Tyrone.
Who's this?
Those are some friends of mine.
It's not in this book.
Well, I don't know.
Look at you.
Yeah, that's me. I was sick at that time. That's Ice Cave.
Oh, she's cute.
This was on the boat too. No, this was up at Pig Lake Base's place.
Yeah, there you are in the pool again.
Yeah. Half of these pictures, this is Gladys. Half of these pictures,
Who's that?
That's the boy from my home. He's been dead for years. Oh, I got something in here I want to show
So
you.
how old were you when you came to New York?
I was 26. That's my cousin, that's Junior. Cat and
Rain.
it is.
Oh no.
This is my brother's wife and his daughter, and this is her daughter. They're all dead. I don't know whether Jack is still there. I mean this one, but I don't know whether Jack is living or not.
Hold that one up there. Just hold it still until I say so. Hold it still.
That's a picture of you.
No, that's my brother's wife,
Why do you want to take a picture of Mary's?
Maggie and her daughter.
Okay.
You
Look.
want it?
Here's Irene, this is Tyrone. This is Helen's husband. Tyrone screaming his head off because the boat was pulling over.
We thought that boy was gonna die. I mean, that boy
There's
is
you
far.
and me.
That's me.
You know when that was?
Uh-uh.
That was at my high school graduation.
Who's that?
Oh no, wait a second.
No, that wasn't.
No, that was
There's something
my
here.
Sweet 16, I think.
Who is it?
It's
Debbie
me and
now.
Mary, but it's not a good picture.
Now this is my Gladys's daughter. This is her husband. And that's her 2 children.
Now you came here when you were 26, and what'd you do?
I worked all my life. This ain't the...
It's not in that one.
So that was 1930. You came to
I
New
came
York.
here in 1926.
So what happened in like 19...
I didn't come here in 26, I come in 1925. Well, last part of 1920, well, just as well say 26.
There I am again. You got a lot.
Now this girl here, I worked with,
Well, this is a new album.
I haven't finished it. This girl is named Darren Jennings, and she, when they had burlesque, she played, she was in it. And, show you. This is Miss Lamb, Freddie Lamb. He had a club on 52nd Street named the Lamb's Club, and I worked for them. And they had one boy, and she had this picture made. She's from Philadelphia, originally from Philadelphia. And I worked for him. Says to Mary, "How could we get along without you, falling with the lambs?" Yeah, you couldn't. She got along. You know who this is?
Jimmy Durante.
They gave me that picture. That's when I was in the Queens of Joy.
Oh my
That's my
goodness.
social club.
All right, hold that one up.
Oh, Mary's right above the word of in the sign Queens of
I was
Joy.
trying to see if I had my husband's
Hold it
picture in there, but
steady.
I don't have it in here.
Hold it steady. That's Mary.
Yep.
What
Yeah.
year is that?
I don't know.
It says 1928, November 14th, 1928.
Okay.
Now here,
Well, that day I was 15.
You guys see it?
you were small. Now this is me. That's Mom. And this is our friend. This is in our living room down here. And this is our kitchen here, and this is the back porch. And here, my nephew, the one lives up here in Hartford, Connecticut. See, I sitting over here. This is our patio on the side. We go in this door to go right in the
Uh-huh.
living room.
It's nice.
And this is the front of the house here. Yeah, that's the front of our house.
Who's that?
That's a boy from near my home.
All of your boyfriends?
No. No, we was all just friends. I was trying to see if I had my husband's picture in there, but I don't know where it is.
When were you married?
I got married in 1930. I lost my husband in 33.
What's
I was at
that?
home and I was sick.
Who are all those kids?
Then my nieces, listen, this little girl here, Muck was going to adopt her, but she didn't. And this is Gregory. And this is my niece's two little children.
Now, how many?
Look.
You have brothers and sisters?
I have one sister left. This is the patio. All my brothers is dead. I had 3 brothers, they're all dead and gone.
And one sister.
One sister's living.
So how many nephews and nieces?
Don't ask me because I can't count. You know who that is? You heard talk of him, you never seen him, I don't think.
Who is that?
Peg Leg Bates and his wife.
Oh.
We was up at his place. I'm trying to see if I thought I had my, I don't know where I did my husband's picture. There's Iris K when she graduated. With a uniform on.
We didn't bring an umbrella.
I got plenty of room. This is a hotel bed.
There's no pictures in there. Mary's
This is all
just
in
started
Canada.
that one.
This is all in Canada. I don't
Let
know.
me see from the beginning.
Let me see. Yeah, I am in our backyard. Kahuna. You remember Johnny?
No.
I don't know where Martin is. But he is here. Got him somewhere. You wouldn't know any of those people, I don't think.
No, look at you.
This is me.
This is 1969.
I should lay. Ari, did you labor any of your pictures?
Labor?
Did you put your dates down on yours?
I used to.
Well,
You know, it was convenient when they
put the,
put the
yeah,
number
they
on the
did, but
back.
they don't do it no
They don't
more.
do it anymore. Now you have to be careful.
Honey, now I can't
I've
remember
lost track.
can't remember what year it was and nothing.
Yeah, these say the date on it.
What's this one?
It's 1969.
Now I have to. I've lost track now because I didn't do it and I went wrong.
You look so 60s. With, those
Look
glasses.
at me, how fat I was then. See, I'm thin now, but see how fat I
You
was.
were not fat.
I was fat then when I was wearing shorts. I was
Right.
plenty fat. And this is Iris K again.
She's pretty.
Didn't you just, and this is our brother here. Now that's my mother. And that's me. That was made over in
Hold
Trump.
that one up.
It's
You can't
small.
see
That's all
that's,
right.
you
Just-
can't
just
see
hold
it.
it up. Just rest it on your lap.
Well,
You have to take it out.
Rest it on your lap so that you can hold it steady.
I mean, I'm
Point it
still.
right-
so we can remember
Point it
everything.
right towards the
and
camera.
I can show my parents.
I think it was a black and white.
Now, which one's Mary?
You said it was me?
No, you just moved it. Just
I
point
can
to it.
remember it if I saw it.
Mary's has her arms around the little boy, and he's holding a hat.
Well, that's my
And that's your parents?
Her mother's on
Tilt
the.
it.
I hate to bring
Right.
this one out because this one is.
Her
is
mother
so
is on
old.
the left in the black dress.
And that's her father?
Right, you
What year is that?
Well, I don't care that they're gonna be thrown out because I don't leave it.
Doesn't say.
Ask her what year that is.
This isn't her father. What year was this, Mary?
Baby, I got umbrellas.
What year was this?
Which one? Oh, Lord, don't ask me. That must have been in.
Are these your brothers and sisters?
No. See, this is my father's nephew.
Uh-huh.
And that's his, no, this is his, you hear me talk about Cliff. Well, that's Cliff's father, and this is his mother, and this is his sister. And that's Ted when he was a little boy. And I've
That's
got
your
my arm
mother?
around him, and that's my mother. She was up here visiting, we went over to Trenton and taking it out there in their backyard. Now, you see anything in there?
Mary, you're pretty.
This looks good.
Huh?
I think this is the one, the album I'm talking about, but I didn't find it yet.
I don't know what you're talking about. Really good. You said it was in black?
Yep. Shoot.
Do you want a chocolate egg with peanut butter or
Oh, I'm
Hey, Jack.
Well, everyone move, slide down on the
Why can't you move
couch
the camera?
because I'm getting a light in the background.
Oh, I don't want you to get me no way. I'm
That's
trying to.
me.
Hold it up.
It's just me.
Did you ever hear talk about Bobby Barry? He was working, I worked with him too. They all autographed pictures from him. And here's Miss Lamb again. They all give me their pictures. That little comedian, little clown man, Bobby. One night the show was going on and they said, Bobby, you're on. Bobby's out in the back court, and I hollered. I said, Bobby, you on? And honey, that man broke his neck. Didn't have to get on the stage. We had to, because they'd always go out and get a breath of air, and that's what they call the burlesque show. Oh, what is that guy's name? I think he's dead. I know you heard talk of him. I can't even remember his name now.
Look.
You see it?
Ah, that's us. That I gave you.
Is that it?
No, that's
Oh, God, don't show this one, please. Put that back. Good God Almighty.
That was just taken.
That last year. That was last year. What was
Thanksgiving.
She had that made for me, but I got to get all new. They're so old, the paper's all turned.
Got it.
Whoops.
Leave it down there, Debbie. Just don't you trip over it. Now you know who that is.
Who's that?
That's Billy, my nephew. That's Charles Macon, and that's the oldest. That's the oldest sister. And this is my sister. Irene, are you talking about this?
That's you?
That's Mom.
Oh, no, I was talking about, it seemed like you had a white dress on, a black dress.
I don't know.
And these are
That's-
her children?
No. That's my oldest sister's children.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about Mom. Now I was here, see, I was sick. That's when
That's what you keep on-
I was down south and went down and got out with pneumonia. And they snapped my picture. I told them, this is old Tina.
What?
She laid right on my foot and mashed it down. No, this was here.
Look at you. Is that you?
Yeah. I thought I was sharp, and that's when they was wearing
Well,
I
let me
mean,
see that
when
one
they was
last
wearing the mink stole,
It's so
the
small.
fox scarf. I had this made in Washington.
Hold it up for me.
Here, you hold that up for.
Wait. I'm trying to find out where you are.
Now, what the
Okay.
devil's he taking this for?
I got it.
I don't know.
What are you taking that for?
To show our children.
You better wait till you
Yeah,
have
that's
some.
Yeah.
That's James Clare, boy. That's one of my old boyfriends. He's dead and gone.
Does your sister have a VCR?
We could send her a copy of this.
Because
Yeah.
you can
She have it.
you can tell her, you can say a message at the end of this, and we'll send her. Wouldn't that be funny? She gets the
Lord, she
videotape.
have a picture. And she turned on and look
Yeah,
at
we
that.
could send her this.
She said, Lord, look at here. Come here, y'all. Look at Pig.
We're gonna have Mary do a message, and then we'll on videotape, and we'll send it to her sister.
That's my mother, and I snapped her up on the rooftop over here on 128th Street. I mean, up here on the corner when I was living upstairs. Oh, wait a minute. There's my husband and my sister.
Okay, baby, hold on.
You
This
can't
I
see
have to hold the whole
You
book
can't
up.
see it. You
Hold-
can't. It's
hold
too
the book up.
small.
No,
It's, you point to the one.
no, wait.
This
You gotta
is-
get.
Well, now your children ain't gonna know nothing about that. What you want that for your children for?
This is history, Mary.
Huh? Oh my God! I wish
Hold
I
it
told
up.
y'all not to come up here today.
Just hold still.
You see this thing here, Arlene, she ain't no good. How come she ain't bothering you today? Arlene gonna fix you.
Now, where is that picture?
It's the brown one.
No, I mean, but where is it taken?
It's on the rooftop where I was living up here on 7th Avenue.
Got
Okay.
it?
I was living up
Got
on
it.
the roof. And I snapped it.
And that's your husband. So that must have been around 1930.
It was. No, that was 19 and 28.
How long did you know him before you married him?
We was born and raised in the same hometown, went to school together. One of my old sweet boys, and sweetheart. From my childhood.
Is that, who's that with? Is that you?
That's my sister. She was up here visiting me.
But why did the two of you come to New York?
I was up here first, and then after I came up, then he came up later, and then we got married up here.
But why did you come up in the first place?
Well, my cousin lived over in
Because
Maplewood, New Jersey, and she wanted me to come up and work with her.
Mary was a rebel.
You hear that? So I came and worked over in Jersey. I was over there about 2 months or 3 months, and I didn't like the people I was working for. I couldn't stand them.
So what kind of work?
Housework. I was a chambermaid. I come on over here, I looked at that woman come on over here. I said I couldn't be bothered. One night we had all gone over. See, they had a house. Then they built a bigger house in the front of the old home. The new home sit right on the main street, and the other ones were on the side street. And so we had the old home as our quarters. And that night, Florence and Cal and I was over there, and we was getting ready to play whist. And I heard somebody, Mariella! Mariella! So Calvin went to the door and said, Mariella, tell her to come over here. I said, what does she want? So Florence said, what does she want with you? I said, I don't know. I went over there and her just said to me, you didn't wash the bathtub out. Come in here and get that rag and get in there and scrub that bathtub so my son can take a bath. I looked at her. I said, Mrs. Karen, I did wash the tub. I cleaned the bathroom, and I'm not going to clean it anymore. What did I say that for? That woman turned blood red in her face.
She's so pretty.
She's in the middle of the story here.
So, you know what? I walked right out, come downstairs, and went over there in the corner. I said, Florence, I'm not working another lick. So Florence said, what's wrong with her? So she claimed that I didn't wash out the bathtub. Florence said, don't say nothing, just wait till tomorrow morning. The next morning when Calvin carried her to the hospital to see her husband, when he brought her back home, Florence jumped her. And she couldn't hear good. And honey, she asked me, so when she went upstairs, she didn't see her bed's maid. Where's Mirella? Florence said she's quit. She's quit? Well, she didn't tell me she'd quit. Florence said, well, if you know how to, next time you know how to talk to a person. Said she's human just like you. And I packed my clothes and I come on over to New York. I come over here and I shared with Louise and her husband. They had like a living room, a small living room, and a bedroom and a little kitchen. You say this was a kitchenette. So I asked them, could I sleep on their daybed till I could get me a room? So that next day I went out and got myself a room, and I've been in New York City ever since. So that was one mean moment.
Here's a picture of you and me and Linda.
Yeah, that was the birthday party. I don't know whose birthday party it was.
This was mine.
Oh yeah, you sitting there at the table, yeah. I'm gonna take that out and put it in this other book. I want to put them all together. Now you
Well,
don't
this
have
book is doesn't have anything in it.
No, but I want to put it back. No, I want to put another one. Put them all together in that book over there. I'll get around to it before I croak out.
More pictures over here?
Yeah. No,
Those
get
are those are real recent.
All those
that- Yeah, look at that middle one, the middle book. Well, maybe you haven't seen all those pictures.
The one in the middle
That's
was
the
just
one-
last.
Those are the new ones.
Yeah.
We took pictures at
I
Mary's
put all
birthday.
all the Weinbergs and the Havises and the Kirschners all together,
Oh.
and also the cats. Got them all together.
You get all the family together.
Yeah, got all of them. Got Mrs. Weinberg's, I got Mr. Weinberg's, and I got Miss Muir's picture. And I can't find the book that I got Mr. and Mrs. Guys, and I got that picture. And I got Laney's.
Now, didn't you have a lot of friends that were musicians? Were you? Tell Jack
I done
about
forgot-
that.
I
He'd be
I-
interested
I forgot all of them's names.
in that.
I done forgot all of them. They've been dead and gone so long, Debbie.
Mary traveled with the fast crowd.
Yeah, and I dealt with a lot. I used to hang out with a lot of, show people. Because when I lived next door, the Mills brothers, you heard talk of the Mills brothers.
Sure.
Well, Herbert Mills' wife used to room with me next door. And she had a Scotty dog, and she gave me one of her puppies. And one day the bell rang, and I went to the door, and this man was standing. He said, "Isn't the Louise Mills lady here?" And I said, "Yes." He said, "Is she in?" I said, "I don't know." I said, and I called, and she said, "Now." I said, "Well, she's not home." He said, "When she comes in, just tell her husband she's been here." So when Louise came home, I said, "Louise, your husband's been here." She said, "Alexis, what the hell do you want?" So I said, "Was that your brother?" She said, "Yes, that's Herbert Mills. That's my husband." So he came back, and he was very nice and friendly, so I invited him in. And then when she had her dog, somebody that she knew in Atlantic City, and she had her dog mated with these people's dog in Atlantic City. So when the puppies came, she told me I could have one, but she said, "Mary, you can't pick it out until after these people come and pick the one they want, because they was kind enough to let me mate my dog with their dog." And she said, "I want to give them the first preference." I said, "Sure." So they came on a Saturday, and I said, "Lord, I hope they don't pick the one that I picked." So sure enough, they didn't. And I kept that dog for so long. I got the dog's picture somewhere in another album book. And then I,
Tina see it.
huh?
So better not let Tina see that picture.
Lord, she'd have a fit. So you recognize in those pictures?
When you were traveling.
Yeah. So then next thing I know, the Louise moved from me. You heard tell of Nina Mae McKinney? You wouldn't know. Have you ever heard tell of Nina Mae McKinney? She was like Billie Holiday. She was a movie star. She had so many pictures. Well, all of them used to come to my house. Then I met a lot of the musicians through them, by her living at my house. But amongst all of them,
Didn't you have a relative that was a musician or a?
yeah, but honey, I don't know whether he's living or dead. He lived in Boston, but I don't know whether he's living or dead. He didn't hear from him anymore. After he left in New York, I never heard from him anymore. So I don't know what happened to him. Because he was, those times they was living that fast life, So I don't know where he is. But I used to know. Now I have met this little lady's name.
Jazz person.
Can't think. And I met one here a couple weeks ago, and I wouldn't have known if he hadn't spoken to me. He played with Don Redman's band. I know you heard of Don Redman. And he played down, I met him and he spoke to me. And I didn't know him until he made me know who he was. Said, I come to your house to get children. and then it dawned on me who he was. And I'm trying to think what's that other guy's. And I know quite a few of them. Now she's the one who knows a lot because her father was a musician. Her father played the trombone.
That's who you told me about. That was
Yeah,
the-
that's his picture up there. There's Irene and her father right there on the end. Lord,
Oh,
he
yeah.
played with all the big bands. Yeah, that's Irene and her father.
Who did you meet a lot of musicians?
Oh
Irene?
yeah, Irene knew a lot of them.
My lifetime.
Yeah, her father was a big time.
Like one time, Tito Fuente.
You
He
remember?
plays around all the time.
Right. But I knew him as a young man.
Let me get
And he was standing outside my door and I almost died. Came to see my father on business. Oh, I felt sorry for these people. They were toting these videos.
Yeah.
Those are suitcases, you hear me?
I like this little Indian girl.
Yes.
Ron.
Hi, Monk.
I'm telling you, she likes.
I'm Debbie. I don't know if you know me or I'm sure you've heard about
That's
me.
the one that
Um,
brought me back when she went up in the mountains.
Tell us where
That-
you are.
Your sister brought me up from when I was a little child, and we're here in her house right now. And we wanted to send you this videotape so you could see how we were and how Pig is.
Oh, call me Pig.
And here she is. She wants to say something to you. We want her to say something.
What do you want me to say, Jack?
Anything you want.
Just say hi.
Hey, Monk. These two devils is up here. I done fed them and they worried me to death. I don't get no peace and rest from them. And so Irene's here also. So they want to have this and want to send it to you. So I hope you'll enjoy it. It's going to be very ugly. Goodbye.
Hi, Monk. I'm up here with Mary's babies. And we are having a lovely time, Video and Mary. And I'm eating as usual. And so, hi, and see you soon.
We're all gonna come visit you.
Right. Have some fried chicken.
When are you gonna go visit your sister?
Come this summer.
This summer?
I didn't go home last summer. It was too hot down there. We couldn't take that heat. So I go this summer. It depends on the weather and depends on the slave. I want to go when I don't have to walk with this cane. This cane worries me to death. I can't stand it. But the doctor told me the other day I could walk out in the street and see how far I can go without it, but not to go too far. But he said, make sure you carry that cane with you when you go.
But it's just like swimming. You can swim out, but
Okay,
you're tired and you can't swim back, so you have to.
He told me just take it
What-
easy. He said just take it a little ways without the cane, but make sure you got the cane with you. And then if you see you can't do without it, use your cane. And I'm afraid, because in the street my leg gets, wobbly like,
Right.
and I'm afraid. Oh, well, so it's me. Old. Oh, what was that your grandfather, what was that word Mr. Weinberg used to say? Oh, so old me. That's what, he'd come in the kitchen, he said, he looked for something and said, oh, so old me. I said, what you want, Mr. Weinberg? I'm looking for something there, but I can't find it. Never at the right place it's never at the same place where it's supposed to be. I go, I said, Mr. Weinberg, here it is. And you take it and laugh. He said, oh,